What's up, guys, and welcome to.
The Half-Assed Podcast. I'm one half of your host, Angel.
And I'm the other half of your host, Sebastian. So, on Friday, we released the first episode of our podcast, right? And it did pretty well. It
It did
did,
amazing.
it did,
We
it did
have,
pretty
I
well.
believe it's 21 subscribers and 62 views on our first video, and that was just in a day. Or,
Yeah,
well, I believe in the span of,
like
two
about two
two
days.
days. Yeah,
Yeah,
about two
about two
days.
days.
Yeah.
We did,
We
we
did
did pretty
amazing.
good. Yeah,
Thanks for all the love and support. You guys are great.
yes,
Um,
it's pretty crazy. We're
it's
like,
amazing.
we were smiling like all night, like
Yeah, no,
seeing
and since
our
since we both
subscribers and our
have
views
since
go
we
up.
both have
It was amazing.
access to the YouTube channel, we would both check and then we'd tell each other like, "Oh my God, look, we gained another view or another subscriber." It was amazing. It was really cool.
It was really cool. We appreciate it, guys. And it probably wasn't like the best or like out there or whatever, but I tried my best to edit it and make it like entertaining and whatever. And yeah, so we had a lot of fun doing it, and a lot of our friends and like feedback that we got was very positive. So we decided to change our podcast to every Friday and Monday instead of just Fridays because yeah, it was really fun. And yeah, okay.
And I swear, I'm fully aware that oxygen is not H2O. I promise. I promise.
Yeah, he got
The
yelled at
amount of
by
people that has
people.
texted me and told me like, "Are you dumb?" And I'm just sitting there like, I was nervous. Okay, I didn't know what to say. I just said what was on my head.
Yeah. Angel, if this podcast were to do really well, right? Let's say we got sponsored by let's say Spotify bought our podcast, right? And we were on
Right.
Spotify exclusively. And like and they paid us like $2 million to like transfer our podcast from YouTube and like take our podcast down from YouTube and upload them to Spotify.
Right.
Like, what would you do with the money? You know?
Well, first off, I would buy everything I want. I would literally
Okay,
buy
but what
everything
do
I
you
want.
want?
Well, it's really not a lot. It's really just like whatever I want at the moment. Because right now, at the moment, I'm waiting for Super Mario 3D World to be ported over to the Nintendo Switch, and that's it.
That's all you
That,
want right now.
well,
You
at
don't
the moment,
you
yes.
don't
I
want to
mean,
buy like yourself like a car so you don't have to deal with it in the future, or like a nicer apartment to live in,
oh,
or
yeah,
like
yeah. Oh, okay, I never thought of that. I was just
or
kind of
like
thinking of like now at the moment, like what is it that I want? Okay, well, yeah, a car
bruh.
would be cool. Obviously, I wouldn't get like a super duper expensive car because it's not like I have like all the money in the world. I just get a car that could take me places.
I mean, let's
That's
say we get paid $2 million, we'd obviously
oh,
split that.
whoa.
We'd obviously split it half and half, so you'd get $1 million,
Yeah,
which is
I
a
would
lot of money.
buy. Yeah, I'd buy a car. I'd buy every video game I want.
Yeah,
Which I'm gonna be honest is not that much, and it wouldn't really cost that much depending. Like since I have like $1 million, by the time I buy every video game, I'd probably be down like at least a couple $100. But
yeah.
like compared to like $1 million, there really isn't much. So I would basically still be in like the nine thousand. No, wait, I'm dumb. 999,000 part. Like
So you
I'd
basically only spend $1,000
yeah, essentially.
out
I
of
mean,
your
and then
million.
well, and then like with
How
the
would you buy a
car.
car for less than a
No,
thousand
no,
dollars?
no. I'm saying like
Or an
like with the
apartment?
games I want, I would basically only be spending a couple $100, and then the car that's like how much is a car? I would
Car
definitely want.
goes upwards of like $15,000.
I, I definitely want a Tesla, which is like a lot of
Oh
money.
yeah, yeah, they're like $60,000, $90,000.
Yeah, and then we
Yeah,
would still be like what, just a couple? No,
a
no,
couple
not just a
hundred
couple.
a couple $100,000 left over.
Y- Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and then
Well.
maybe okay, not a okay, well, maybe a house. Like I would assume I would live in a tiny little apartment. I just
Yeah.
pay my rent and be like, yeah, I got rent now.
What if
And
you
then
buy the whole building, like the entire complex, and then people have to like pay their rent to you? You know what I mean?
oh yeah,
But then you have to do like
the,
the whole like
the
managing and stuff like that.
yeah, I would have to like figure out how to do that. So probably
Yeah.
not.
Oh,
That
right.
is really smart though. I did never think of that.
Yeah.
Then I would literally get a better gaming setup
Yeah,
And
for sure.
depending on whether or not like when this podcast blows up, if I do have like my own little gaming channel where I play Nintendo games or whatever game I want,
Yeah,
I would probably get like a better setup or
yeah.
just a setup so that then I can
So,
do
okay,
that.
so the most important question ever, right? PlayStation or Xbox? Which one would you get? Or would you just get
Nintendo.
both? No, I gave you two options. You
Oh,
gotta
come
choose from the.
on.
You gotta choose from those two. Okay, so let's say.
Okay.
Okay.
I would Xbox and PlayStation have like relatively the same amount of games, right?
No, no.
Well, no, not the same amount of games, but like all like major releases kind of get released on both consoles, right?
Yeah, yeah. So like, let's say you want to play Call of Duty or GTA 6.
Right.
They're both gonna be on either or. You know.
I would get I would get both.
Both.
I'd literally just get both.
Yeah.
Because I would have the money, I could get both.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
I don't
So.
know why I was struggling so much with that question. You
Yeah.
even said both, but I like completely overlooked it until now. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, he said both. Both, yeah, both.
Okay. So for me, I'd buy a house, right?
Right.
Probably like in like I don't know, Texas or something, because like I heard like Texas has like really cheap big houses. So
I also
obviously,
heard Texas is insanely hot.
yeah, true. But no, okay, so obviously I have $1 million, right? But
Right.
I don't want to spend all of it. You know what I mean? Because let's say
Yeah.
I buy a nice big house and then I have no more money. You know what I mean? I can't pay for it anymore. You know, so
Yeah.
I'd
Like
want
like
to,
a like
yeah,
when you asked this question, I actually thought about the whole. Remember how Mr. Beast did a whole keep your hand on the box and you win $1 million?
yeah, yeah,
He bought like a house and then basically, you know how everybody in the comments was saying like, yeah, okay, so basically that $1 million was good, but like he's basically already spent it on like his house because then you gotta buy furniture, and then I think they also talked about how like taxes and stuff, and
mm,
so how like the $1 million would basically, I mean, they'd be gone like within the next year or so.
yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I'd look into buying a house somewhere like where it's obviously like if I was thinking like okay, um, yeah, I came across free $1 million from Spotify, but I might not get that much money ever again. You know what I mean? So I'd think about like how I'd want to spend it. So I'd buy not a big house, but I'd buy a decent house. So I'd want like maybe like a room, obviously for myself. So I'd want like a second floor, and then obviously a room for myself, and then I'd probably want like a room for like my setup and stuff. So I'd have like obviously like a TV in there and like a PC, and then I'd definitely get both. So I see myself using a PlayStation more, but it would be nice to have the Xbox. You get me? Like, cause
Yeah.
let's say like a game like that's exclusively on Xbox comes out, then I wanna play it. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, well, I can't play it because I don't have an Xbox. I'll just get the Xbox, you know?
Yeah.
Because $500 compared to $1 million is like nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, and then, yes, I'd definitely buy a Tesla, and I think I'd probably get the SUV. Actually, no, no. Now that I think about it, I'd probably just get the regular one, like the regular like model.
And you
That
forgot the most important part. You need to have a guest house where
I
me, a
guess.
homeless angel, will live.
Okay, yeah, I definitely have like guest rooms and stuff,
No,
and
no,
like
no, not for the guest. For me, for me. You're
okay,
forgetting.
okay,
For a
okay,
homeless
fine.
angel.
Then a 3 bedroom house, right? One, no, 4 bedroom, right? One for me, one for my gaming room and whatever. Then a guest bedroom, and then your room, I guess.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and then so yeah, I'd buy a house, I'd buy a Tesla, I'd buy like a nice gaming setup. I'd want a PC as well, just to like have one.
Would you
And
get a pet? Would you get a pet?
I mean, okay, I already have a pet, but
Yeah.
let's say like I'm like 25 years old, and yes, I definitely want a pet. I don't know which one like. Obviously I want a dog, but I don't know what dog I'd get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and then and then probably like just save the rest of the money and then invest in some stuff. Like I obviously gotta look into it. I can't just invest into random stuff. But like I gotta look into it and be like, this looks like a smart idea. I see this going places in the future. Let me invest, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that way, hopefully, I can make more money. You know. So I think that's what I would do if I were to like get $1 million. Okay, so I have a story for you, right? So for those of you that don't know, my my dad was in the Navy, right? So whenever he'd get stationed somewhere, obviously we'd go. And one time he got stationed in Japan when I was 4 years old. And instead of going to another place, we just kept like renewing our stay, and we lived there for like 7, 8 years, right? And then okay, so that's the background. So I'd go outside all the time, and then one time I broke this tree branch just 'cause I don't know, I was just a little kid. I saw this tree branch. It was like a twig kind of thing, and I broke it, and it was like a freshly planted tree, so the inside was like still green and like really strong. And when I broke it, I broke it towards my face, and a piece of it got stuck in my nose, and like I didn't know, obviously. I just knew that the stick went in my nose, and when I pulled it out, I thought that was it. But my nose was like, I don't remember if it was bleeding, but I'm pretty sure it was because I just had a stick rammed in my nose, you know. So like I'm pretty sure it was bleeding. And then I told my mom I couldn't really breathe from my nostril, and she's like, okay, just like try like blowing it out, or like inhaling whatever. And then I was like, okay. And then eventually I was like, no, I can't. She's like, let me see. And then because she knew that I had a stick in, that I accidentally like stuck a stick in my nose, and she saw that there was something stuck in there, so she drove me to the ER. And then they were like, yeah, he has a stick in his nose after they checked my x-rays. And they're like, we gotta get it out because it's very, very close to his brain, right? Because you know how like your brain is like connected to your nostrils or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
so they were like trying like all the tweezers they had, but they couldn't get it right because, you know, I was a little kid, I had a small nose, nostril, and they couldn't get it. But then eventually, they were about to give up and say that they had to put me into emergency surgery because, you know, if it went in deeper, I could get permanent brain damage. So they were all like, we might need to do surgery, but we're gonna keep trying in the meantime, right? So then they kept trying, and then eventually they actually got it out. Obviously, because you know I don't have brain damage, and yeah, I had a stick stuck in my nose. I couldn't really breathe. I was panicking. Oh, not really panicking, because I don't know. I wasn't really panicking. My mom was more panicking, and yeah, they got it out. I was like, whoa, that was in my nose. They're like, yeah, buddy, it was in your nose. I was like, yeah, okay, it's out now. You know, like I don't know. I wasn't really freaking out about it, but yeah, I almost got permanent brain damage because I was just breaking trees. You
Damn,
know?
dude, a tree almost killed you?
Yeah. I don't
You
think it would
almost.
have killed me. Like, actually, not now that I think about it. Like, what if it rammed in deeper? I would have stabbed my brain. You know,
Yeah, dude.
and then maybe I would have died. I don't know. I actually have no idea. I have a lot of like close calls like that, but like I'll save that for another podcast. You know what? Screw it. I don't think I've ever told you this story before. So one time, so my dad's in the Navy, right? He got
Right?
invited to a Christmas party at like one of like a thing on base, right? And they had presents for the kids, and obviously I was a kid. And then this a bunch of other kids and I were playing tag, right? And
Right?
for context, the edges of the chairs were pointy, like they had like the wood sticking out from the top, right? So I was chasing this kid around, and then like she like juked me or whatever, and I tripped, and when I tripped, my eye fell onto the top of the chair, right? And it cut the top of my eyelid, like right underneath my eyebrow, open,
Ugh.
and I just started bleeding. And then everybody was like, "Oh, holy crap!" You know, like this kid is gonna die. And like my whole left eye was like, I think it's my left eye actually. I don't know. I can't see my face, but I think it's my left eye. My whole eye was covered in blood, right? So I'm pretty sure to the people who didn't see what happened, they thought I like stabbed my eye or something, right? And my mom was freaking out. My dad was drunk. He didn't really know what the hell was going on. And then I remember Santa Claus was like, here you go, kiddo. Uh, take care. and he gave me my present at like not even, it wasn't even like made for me, it was like just a random present, and I remember it was like a garbage truck, and then they took me to the yeah, it was just some garbage truck. I was like, oh, thank you, Santa. I was like, I appreciate it. And then we left the party early, right? And then I went to the ER again. And then they had to do like stitches on my eye, so they cleaned up the blood, and then my mom had to wait in like the outside, and then they were doing stitches. And I remember it was a female doctor, right? And she was just talking to me. She was like, "So you play any sports?" I was like, "Yeah, I play baseball. I play basketball." And then she's like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "Do you like school?" I was like, "Yeah, I like school. I like math." Which, by the way, I hate math now. I used to like math, but holy crap, I hate school for like I hate school so bad.
Math is dumb.
It's so stupid. But
I don't
yeah, like
understand it.
basically, as she was giving me stitches, she was just having a normal conversation with me. And I don't know if it's 'cause like I was numb to the pain, not because of the adrenaline, but because like needles aren't like a big deal to me, or because she was talking to me and that was distracting me. But
Yeah,
like
maybe it was to just like make you not panic.
yeah,
Like just
I
have
mean
like a
I
super
wasn't
duper normal conversation.
I wasn't panicking to begin with. I was just kind of like, Mom, I'm bleeding. And then she's like, holy crap, what the hell happened? I was like, I was playing tag and I fell. She's like, what the hell? Let's go to the ER. And then I was like, okay. And then like, I wasn't really panicking. Like, I never, you know me, I never really panic for that kind of stuff. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah, like, but yeah, so, like, it was like a mixture of the both, like the distraction and like me being like, a cool kid. And I don't know, whatever. And then,
Whoa, Sebastian doesn't fear pain.
I mean, obviously, I don't want to get hurt, but I mean, like, when it happens, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, anyways, she was giving me the stitches and then talking to me, and then she's like, "Okay, we're all good. You can't touch it. You're gonna get a scar, and the stitching's gonna fall out by itself eventually. Don't worry about it." And then I was like, "Okay." And then she like escorted me out of the like emergency room, and then my mom was like crying, like wiping her tears, and she's like, "Oh my God, are you okay? What happened?" She's like, "Wait, you're done? They already did it?" I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I was expecting you to cry. I didn't even know they started." She's like, "I was expecting you to start crying or something." I was like, "No, I wasn't crying." And she's like, "Oh, so you're okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." She's like, "Oh, okay." And then like honestly, I don't remember where my dad was, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't there, because I mean, he's just a crappy dad. So I mean, but yeah. Anyways, I have a scar on the top of my or underneath my eyebrow. But as you could hear, Angel slurping in the background, that is because of our sponsor for this podcast.
Yeah.
Angel, take it away.
All right, so today our sponsor is food. As Sebastian did just state, I am currently eating. Before we started, I made a cup of noodles or a maruchan. But yeah, today our sponsor is food. You know, just this morning I tried to make chicken nuggets when I woke up, and my mom told me that's not food. And I simply explained to her, Mom, if I could put it in my mouth and eat it, then guess what? It's food. So basically, what I'm trying to say is everything is food. So let's say you find a piece of broken glass on the floor, right? And you just pick it up, like a baby. A
Wait,
baby
wait,
picks
wait.
it up.
Okay, hold on, hold on. I'm pretty sure a sponsor does not want to endorse eating glass. Okay. or
Uh,
okay, so let's take a step back and
uh, uh,
yeah, okay. Yeah, just yeah. I'm still here. Okay. Okay, but I don't want to lose this sponsorship, okay? Just so please, yeah, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
do I change the topic then? Okay, right. As I was saying, so food, it's amazing. Eat it. If you don't eat, you die. Like me. My solution to feeling pain every time I ate was not to eat. Now I'm underweight, which is bad. So basically what I'm trying to say is eat or you'll die. And guess what? You don't want to die unless you're one of those people, then I guess don't eat. So if you're gonna eat, remember to eat food. Don't eat anything else because that's not food unless it's glass.
So, in this next segment, we have our viewers calling us, asking us questions, and we're going to give them answers. Here's our first viewer.
Hi, everybody.
Hello? So, what are your questions for us?
Um, so my first question would be, how did you and Angel first meet, and why did you become friends?
Okay. Um,
It's a really simple question.
that is a very simple question. Uh, so I moved to America from Japan, and then I sat next to Angel, and then I just thought he was pretty funny and eccentric character, and then we became friends, and
Long
then
story short, he thought I was dumb.
yeah, yeah, and then we just yeah, and then that's how we met, and then that's how we became friends, and then I moved away, and then I came back during high school time, and then I was like, "Yo, what's up, Angel? Haven't seen you in a while. You play Fortnite?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do, but I play on my Switch." I was like, "Oh yeah, me too." And then he's like, "Oh, bet, let's play sometime." And then we played sometime, and then now we play all the time. Not Fortnite though.
Yeah. Yeah, Fortnite's
And
bad. We don't play that.
yeah, she can't hear you though. but
God damn it.
but yeah, that's how we met, and that's how we became friends. So, what's your next question? Any more questions for us?
Yeah, so my next question was, why did you guys make a podcast and not a YouTube channel with videos of you guys playing together since you play a lot?
Okay. So so the reason why we didn't so actually I have my own channel of Angel and I playing together, and we do make videos on there of us playing. It's
Yeah.
the link is in the description if you want to check it out. And then I don't really post videos on there too often, but I am working on a video that I'm gonna be posting soon. And the reason we made a podcast was because honestly, I was just thinking in the shower to myself, wouldn't it be cool if I had a podcast? And I was like, but I'm pretty boring by myself, so who would I do it with? And I was like, well, I talk to Angel a lot, so maybe we could just make a podcast together. And I told him one time when we were playing, and he said, yeah, sure, why not? And then now we have a podcast. And
Yeah.
that's the origin. Any more questions?
Yeah, so my last question is, for you and Angel both to answer separately, what YouTuber or podcast inspires you to be like them for your own podcast channel?
Okay. I'll go first. So, the only podcast I listened to, and the first one I ever listened to, was the one by David Dobrik and Jason Nash. They just like have conversations and have fun, and it's funny, and that's what I wanted to do with Angel, because that's what we do all the time. So why not like record and post our experience online for other people to enjoy? And yeah, that's who I took inspiration from. So David Dobrik. And then hold on, let me take my headset off so you can hear me. So Angel, go ahead.
Oh, what's up? So, I took inspiration from two podcasts. Only podcasts I've ever listened to because I don't actually listen to podcasts all that much. The first podcast is The Dunk Tank by popular YouTuber Video Game Donkey. I didn't listen to all the episodes because they were actually kind of long, like about an hour, and I just didn't really have that much time. I would always be playing video games, and I always did want to be able to like pay attention to what they were saying. So I never actually did finish like listening to all his podcasts, but I did think they were pretty good. I thought they were pretty funny too. They had some interesting topics in there. And then the second podcast that brought me inspiration is the Nintendo Addiction podcast, which I I actually listen to today. They come out with new episodes every Friday. They're really good podcast. I'm really into Nintendo stuff, so it's a podcast that like I understand. So it's not them talking about like stuff around the world where I'm just sitting there like, oh, yep, I definitely knew that was going on. They're talking about stuff I know, like, oh, hey, look, the new Super Mario 3D World game is gonna be ported over to the Switch on February 12th. It's like, yeah, I know stuff like that. Like, I keep up with Nintendo stuff, and it's even so like that's why I listen to this podcast. I just really like it, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Is that all the questions you have for us today?
Yeah, that's all the questions. Thank you for having me
Okay.
on here.
Yep, of course. Alright, I'm gonna block you now. Thank you. Bye. Okay, now on to our next caller. Introduce yourself.
Well, what's up? My name is Michael. Yeah, I'm just here. I do lyrically at TNA.
Alright. What's your first question for us today?
Um, well, like, say, if you can make up a random word to put in the English language, what word would it be? Or what word would you come up with?
Oh, huh. That's a difficult
Interesting
question.
question.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me make it so you can hear Angel. Um, that is a very interesting question. I have no idea actually.
Oh God. Wow, that's I don't know the answer to that question either.
That is a very difficult question. Uh, maybe
I
I'd
mean,
come up with what was that?
I came up with it. I came up with it just right now too.
Oh, okay. I think I'd probably come up with a word for a saying. So like let's say you know how normally you'd be like, I'm very happy right now, right? To express how happy
Right.
you are. I'd maybe come up with like a singular word that means the same thing as I am very happy right now.
You'd
I
be
don't
like
know what that word.
serotonin.
No, that's the actual thing. That's a
I
chemical.
know.
But yeah, probably something like that like means something. I'm not sure what it would be called though. I can't really do that on the spot. You, Angel?
Yeah, I think it means
Um,
a lot of thought.
I'm gonna be honest.
Into
I
it,
have
right? Like you
absolutely
have to
no
think about
idea.
it.
Yeah, yeah. You really have to think about it. Yeah, Angel. What about you?
Um,
Me myself?
No. Angel. Yeah,
oh
can you hear
God,
him?
this is such a
Yeah.
difficult question. It makes it worse that I'm not the brightest either. So, um, uh, well, recently I've been watching Adventure Time, well, like just tiny clips on YouTube, and they say the word donked a lot. Uh, like like when they mess up, they're like, "Yo, I donked up, dude." Like, is that a real word? And if it's not, that needs to be a word.
I think it is a real word, but I don't think it's in that context. Let's say like you get donked on the head by like a basketball. You know, I think that's a way you could use donked, but I don't think
I
it's
think I think that's more like bonk. You get bonked
oh
on the head by
bonked.
a
Oh yeah,
basketball.
you're right. Bonked on the yeah. Okay,
Yeah, let's do donked.
yeah. That was a tough question. Okay, do you have any more for us?
Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
my next question is, what's your earliest memory?
Oh, okay.
Like
I actually know
your
an ex.
earliest.
Okay, I'll go first. My earliest memory is me, 4 years old, sitting on a bench underneath like a so like it was like a stone concrete area, right? And there was a bunch of tables, and then there was a roof above us, and it was like right next to like a soccer field, and and it was us. We had just played soccer with against another team, and we lost, so we only got participation trophies, and that is my earliest memory. That's my earliest memory is receiving a
That's cool.
participation trophy. All right, what about you, Angel?
So this means like the very first memory, like
The
we
the
just
the
remembered.
the earliest memory you could remember, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
mine is I've always known this. I like people sometimes ask you this question, and I do know the answer. It's I'm sitting in a Power Rangers chair in the old apartment we used to live in back when I was about 3 or 4 years old. I remember sitting in that Power Rangers chair, standing up, looking at the TV, and the first Transformers movie was playing. And then I went to the kitchen and told my mom, who was, I think she was washing the dishes or she was cooking something. And I told her, Mom, I have to go use the restroom. And she was like, okay. So she took me to the restroom, and then I just used the restroom. And then that is my earliest memory.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any more questions for us?
Alright, so I think this is my last one.
Okay.
So my last question is, if you had to choose between a superpower, what would it be?
If I had to choose a
Any
superpower?
superpower.
Alright, I already know the answer to mine, but I'm gonna let Angel go first.
Uh,
Unless you don't know the answer, then I'll go.
I want to just I want to have access to the Speed Force like the Flash. I was gonna say super speed, but like gravity, I would basically just fly off the world. But the Flash doesn't exactly fly off the Earth when he's going at like faster than the speed of light because of the Speed Force, which protects him from all that. So yes, the Speed Force, I would get every single power the Flash has because obviously that comes through the Speed Force. So yes, I would want to have like access to the Speed Force, like full access too. So it's not like actually I think I would want to like have like I would want to have to like learn how to use my abilities because if I just knew how to use them immediately, like I mean that would kind of take all the excitement out of it. But yeah, no, I would rather have to like learn to use my abilities. But like I mean, I would obviously know all of them like at some point, but like that would be super cool.
Okay, well, for me, I've thought about this a lot. Like, I don't know why, but I have, and I'd probably want telepathy. Sorry about the fireworks, but I'd probably want like telepathy, like which is like to control stuff with your mind, because like the mind is a very powerful organ, and if you could like just make stuff float just by like looking at it or thinking about it, then I feel like that's very like versatile. You know, like if you wanted to fly or just float, then you could just think about doing that, and you'd lift yourself up off the ground. And if you drop a glass of milk on the floor, then you could just, oh wait, don't fall, and then you kind of just catch it in midair, kind of thing, you know? I thought
Wouldn't that be telepathy?
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so,
I want telepathy, yeah. Or I think it's, I think, I know there's just like multiple names, like telekinesis or telepathy or whatever. But yeah, basically, yeah, telepathy, I'd want that. Like, to be able to control stuff with my mind, because I think it's pretty cool. And,
yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
Okay.
Alright, well, thank you for calling us today. Have a really good day. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Now, on to our next caller.
Okay, so my three questions for you is okay, so starting with the first one, if you could pick like any place to travel, and it would be like free place to travel, like well, a free ticket basically.
Okay, so wait, okay, so free ticket or like everything included, like food and hotel and
Yeah, everything included.
everything, so completely free trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
For like a week.
A week. Oh wow. Okay, I need to think about it. Angel, go ahead.
Oh god, let me think of this. Um, uh, I don't know that many places. I really don't know. I don't know many places.
Like the first one on top of your head.
Paris seems nice. Yeah, Paris is cool. No, actually, no. I probably wouldn't like their food. Oh god. Wow, why is it so hard?
Okay, fine. I'll go. So I was thinking about my question because I don't know if I want to go to somewhere I've already been or to a new place, right? But
Yeah.
I'd probably go to somewhere I've already been, and in that case, I'd go to Japan for a week. Especially if everything's included, I could go to like Tokyo this time or something like that, and see how that's like, instead of just the countryside. And yeah, especially if everything's like paid for, then yeah, I'd want to try like so much stuff. And yeah, I'd definitely go back to Japan. But like if I were to go somewhere I haven't gone to already, then maybe like, actually no, yeah, I can't come up with anything.
So just Japan.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Angel, go ahead.
I'd go to Japan too for the very specific reason that Super Nintendo World is there. So yes, explore that for a whole week. You
Okay,
got
so
it.
then we go together.
Yeah.
Okay,
You'll
bet.
find me on the plane with Sebastian.
Wait. One hotel room, one bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One hotel room, one bed.
Okay. All right. All right. What? Do you have any more questions for us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, what inspired you guys to start a podcast? Like, what was like your first idea on it, and what do you want to do with it?
Okay. So we've already had a question of what inspired us, but we didn't have the rest. So but I'll just say it anyways. So
Alright.
so uh, I every week, like on Tuesdays, I think is when they come out. This YouTuber David Dobrik and his friend Jason Nash make a podcast, and it's called Views, right, on Spotify. And
Mhm.
I just listen to it, and it's funny. It's just them talking like about like their experiences and like just talking about stuff, and I just think it's funny. So one time I was just in the shower, I was like, huh, what if I made a podcast? I was like, I'm kind of boring by myself. What if I were to like have a host, right? And then I was like, who would be
Yeah.
my host though? And then I was thinking, probably Angel, cause you know I talk with him all the time. He's pretty funny, so I
Yeah.
just have him as my host, and then that's what inspired us. And what was the rest of the question?
Like, what are you gonna do with your podcast? Like, what do you wanna talk about? Do, stuff like that.
So
Just like random stuff, right?
yeah, at the moment it's just kind of like random stuff, like Friday's podcast. We just kind of talked about stuff we liked and like a story we had, and that's yeah, I just kind of asked my friends, hey, what would you guys like to see on the podcast, and then I write that down on like a piece of paper, and then we just talk about that, and then yeah, that's what we're doing. And then on our plans for the podcast, it would be very very nice if it got like famous and we got like money off of it. But at the
Hell
moment,
yeah.
yeah, but at the moment it's not like our goal or anything. It's just kind of like
Yeah.
we're doing this for fun because you know it's fun and we
Yeah.
like it. And yeah, but definitely in the future, hopefully we could get like the production value to go up, like you know better mics, maybe like an actual
Yeah.
studio instead of me like sitting on a barrel outside. And then
Yeah.
and yeah, no, yeah, that's what I'd like for our future of the podcast. Do I see it going there? I have no idea. I can't predict the future.
Yeah, you never know though.
Yeah. Angel, what do you see for the future of the podcast?
Oh, this blows up. That'd be super duper cool. Ooh, Yeah, no, I feel like we're doing pretty good. If in the future, we do get a studio, like, an actual place, that would be super duper cool. Yeah. I've basically said super duper cool like a billion times already because it's super
Yeah.
duper cool.
I think that's your
But
favorite
yeah, no,
word.
hopefully in like the future we blow up, make
Whoa,
some
Sebastian, that's his
money.
catchphrase. Come on, man.
Super duper
Oh,
cool.
come on. Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you have any more questions for us?
Well, what's the most important thing in your life?
Oh, probably today's sponsor, food. Make
Yeah.
sure if you're gonna eat anything, it's food.
Glass.
Yeah.
No, Angel. We talked about this. Not glass. Come on.
Fine, not glass.
Come on.
I'm pretty sure your mouth would like bleed instantly.
What do you mean? I'd be eating glass.
It's not edible. Well, unless they made like edible glass, Well, I mean, wait, what?
That is a
No.
thing. There's
That
candy
would make
glass
sense.
used in like movies.
like candy glass?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called like candy glass or something.
Candy shaped glass,
Yeah.
Maybe it can even be see through.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But on a serious note, the most important thing to me is probably like technology, because like I like seeing it advance and grow and like seeing its capabilities, and I like the fact that I could connect with people like 100 years ago. Doing something like this that we're doing right now, which is so simple, is like not even possible. You know, like, and then
Yeah.
but technology and the people who created it have made it possible, and I think that's super important to like bring people together and like bring happiness to so many people's lives via technology. You know, I think
Yeah.
technology is I think technology is super cool and very
Yeah.
important. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
Angel, what about you?
Like the most important thing in my life, right?
It could be anything.
Like my friends, family, people I love.
Oh, I
They're
mean,
all cool.
you don't have to one up me, man. Come on, come on.
I was just trying to one
Well,
up you.
I mean, technology, you know, it has evolved.
Yeah, technology's
So
pretty
I
cool.
I mean,
guess, you know.
technology connects me with my family too, you know. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that counts too.
yeah. But yeah, Angel, your family and your friends.
Yeah,
Who would
basically.
you say is more important, your friends or your family?
Oh,
Dude, I don't
dang.
know.
Huh?
Dude, I don't know.
You don't know? You
Yeah,
just
I
say
don't.
they're equal.
But if you had to pick though,
Yeah, I don't know.
you don't.
but like if you
I don't
had to
know.
pick though,
I'm not answering this question. I'm not. I don't
we know
know.
the answer, Sebastian.
I'm not
Yes.
answering the question.
uh,
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Well, thank you for calling us today. This
Yeah.
podcast will be up tomorrow, so make sure to keep an eye out for that.
What time?
Yeah.
Maybe midnight, but if not, then definitely like 1 or 2 a.m. I'm not sure, but right after we're done recording here, I'm gonna edit it and then upload it right away. So, yeah. But anyways, thank you for tuning in. Yeah. Bye.
Alright, bye.
All right, so I have kind of a funny story. It's just about my middle school life.
Okay.
I was a weird kid.
Yes,
I was a really,
I
really,
recall.
really weird kid. Yeah. So in
Yes.
sixth grade, I always said I didn't have friends, even though obviously I did. It wasn't to make my.
I was your friend.
I don't. I think it was just because I was like, I thought
You
it was
thought
cool
that we
to
weren't
be
your
a loner.
friends.
No, I thought it was just
Oh.
cool to be a loner.
Bruh. Oh my god.
I was a loser. I was literally a loser.
Bruh.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so in sixth grade, I would go all the way to the end of the grass area, outside, and I dug a hole for
You-
like
What, to
like
go
a
to
month
China
or
or
two.
something? Why?
That's okay. Every time, I dug a hole. Like I was just digging this hole like a fucking weirdo. And I was
Wait,
so
okay, wait,
big.
okay. You said you dug a hole, but how? Like you brought a
Okay.
shovel to school or something? Like,
No,
or you
I
like
didn't have
got
a
one from like
shovel.
for the beach?
I used my hand or a stick I
Bro.
would find along the way. If I couldn't find a stick, I would
So
try
that
to
means
find
you'd
a
have like
rock.
dirty nails all the time?
Basically, man, I was fucking weird. Don't worry. When I didn't have dirty nails, I would go to the restroom at the end of like near the end of lunch and then just wash my hands. But that doesn't mean I wasn't weird. Like people would stare at me, and like my friends would come up to me and be like, "Angel, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm digging a hole to China because if Trump wins, we gotta get out of here."
Shut up! You didn't even know who that was at the
No,
time.
that's actually what I said. Back
In sixth grade.
back in sixth grade, Trump wasn't president yet. So
Oh wait, yeah, cause he 4 years for presidency, and his presidency is ending.
yeah, so
And
that was in
we're
2016.
11th graders now, yeah, so yeah. 20, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
that's in
yeah, I
2016.
guess.
So,
it's when he was running for president.
It was when he was running for president,
Oh,
and everybody
okay.
hated him, and it was all I heard from like my parents, the world.
That he
And
was
then,
horrible. Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm building a tunnel to China. You know, we can't be here in these times nowadays. We don't want to die. And so I dug a hole like a loser, like a weirdo, like a loner.
My God.
And it was weird. The thing is, I found nails and stuff under there, and
Nails? Okay, wait. By nails you mean like for wood or like what do you mean
for
kind of?
wood, like screws.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like for wood, yeah, stuff. I just found nails there, and I was like, "Oh my god, I found treasure!" Like an idiot. And
Treasure.
and then this isn't even like the best part. So one day, one of the, you know how there was ladies around like the school.
Yeah, like
watching
the
us?
aides, I think they're
Yeah,
called.
like one of
Yeah.
the aides walked up to me, and was like, "Mijo, what are you doing there?" And I was like, nothing. And I just kept casually digging. And she was like, "Oh, okay." And then she comes back with a security guard, and the security is like, he's like, "Hello, man, what you doing there?" And I was like, digging a hole, and like,
Bro, they probably thought you were gonna hide guns in there or something to shoot up the school.
They thought I was like hiding drugs or guns in there. That's actually what they thought. They were like, "Sorry, we just came to check up on you. Make sure you're not hiding no drugs in there." And it was just and then it was embarrassing because then you have like the whole school looking at you because you're getting talked to by security.
Yeah.
Everybody's just looking at you. You feel like the eyes on you.
Oh, bro, my cheeks hurt from smiling.
And then that's when I had to stop digging the hole. The hole was really, really deep though. It was it's still there. The hole is still there.
Oh,
If you
bro, it's
go
still there.
back to CCMS, it's still there. It's just way less deeper. But you can tell exactly where I dug the hole.
Oh, bro.
Because it doesn't have much grass in it.
I'm actually crying, bro. Oh my.
God. Yeah, but no, it was just a hole.
Dude.
I'm such a weirdo, man. If any of my friends are watching this and you remember that, I'm sorry for being such a fucking loser all of middle school.
Oh, what the hell, bro?
Oh my god, I was like a loser. And I was a simp too.
Oh, like actually, I'm just like when you tell me stuff, I always like to imagine it in my head, right? So I can imagine
The thing is, Sebastian, you were there with me in 6th grade, but I don't think I really talked to you that much in middle school.
Yeah, I think it's because like we talked in like elementary school because we sat next to each other, and
Yeah,
then
but
elementary
I
school
didn't
we
have
had
you
like
for a single
periods.
class in middle school.
Yeah, so we never really saw each other, and then I left, and then yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I could just imagine you, like, on your knees in the back of the buildings,
Oh my god.
digging a
the
hole with
worst
a
part,
freaking stick.
My knees. You remember how the uniform pants
Or
were
like khaki? Yeah,
were-
yeah, I know.
No, they weren't specific. You could get them in
Navy
it
blue?
didn't have to be khaki. Yeah, navy blue.
Yeah.
So just imagine like my khaki pants or my navy blue pants
Yeah.
just stained in like the blackest of like dirt and mud every now and then because
Yeah.
it was actually right next to like one of those sewer drains for like the school, like from like where like all the water comes out. They were just kind of around the school. It was next to one of those, and that's where I was digging my hole. And oh my god, dude, I was such a weirdo. I don't how did I act like I don't understand how I had friends.
I don't even know.
Wow, yeah, I was a weirdo too, so it was basically like an embarrassment to hang out with me. I was like the annoying kid.
Yeah, no, when you tell me stuff, I could just like imagine it in my head, right? I could just imagine you on your knees, digging behind the freaking like back of the buildings, and then this like little small Mexican lady like sees you. She's like, "What is this kid doing?" And then she like walks up to you. She's like, "Hey, are you okay in the head?" And then you're like, "No."
Yeah, I'm fine.
Or you're
I'm
like,
yeah,
you're
I'm
like,
fine. I'm just digging a hole. That's some normal shit.
yeah, you're like, yeah, I'm fine. Why you ask? And she's like, I mean, you're digging a hole. It's either because you're retarded or because you're gonna shoot up the school.
I even remember when I found all the nails at the when I had to stop.
And you
digging the
collected
hole.
them?
Collected them? No, I didn't collect
No?
them.
Oh.
When I finished digging the hole, like when I had to like stop doing it, I got all the nails and just put them back in the hole, and I was like, there. Now it's not like I ever did anything.
What the? Oh my god.
Such
And
a
then
weirdo,
the fact
too.
that she had to bring security to you also is like
The thing is, I didn't only do it during lunch. I did it during fucking
PE.
PE too.
Yeah,
because
I figured.
lunch was after 4th period, and then it was 5th period. So lunch 4th period, no lunch after 4th period, and then PE.
Yeah.
That was just embarrassing.
Man. Oh,
Actually,
man.
no. In 6th grade, it was lunch after 3rd period. I remember the 6th graders weren't allowed to have lunch with 7th or 8th graders.
Oh
for
yeah, I
whatever
remember that.
reason. Oh no, it was because they just didn't have enough food. I
Really?
think.
I thought it was because like the 8th graders are like scarier or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the school doesn't care if you're scared of 8th graders, man. I'm pretty sure it's just because
Bro, I'm still scared of 8th graders.
oh no, dude.
They're terrifying.
I kinda
Little
just, like, always
dwarves.
wanna kind of want to punch like eighth graders like in the face
Whoa,
because
whoa,
they're
whoa,
really
whoa, whoa,
annoying.
whoa, 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 whoa! Did you just say you just want to touch eighth graders?
I said I meant touch. I'm not trying to touch eighth graders.
Okay,
That's
okay.
weird.
Okay.
I thought you
Alright.
were gonna say, whoa. Did you just say you want to assault a minor?
No, you said you wanted to touch them. That's
No,
worse.
that's not what I meant. Please cut this part out of the video.
No.
No, please.
Alright guys, that's it for today's podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Turn on the post notifications so you never miss a upload. And I'd like to give a special thanks to today's sponsor, food. Remember guys, if you're ever gonna eat anything, make sure it's food. Link in
And
description.
apparently you're not supposed to eat glass, so
Yeah, no,
don't eat
eat
glass.
glass, eat food. Because glass is not our sponsor today, dude. Come on. It's food.
You're right.
Yeah. Okay, once glass sponsors us, then we'll endorse their product.
Yeah, we'll eat their product.
I mean, I don't know about that, but you know.
I'll eat their product.
Okay. Anyways, food link in description. Make sure to check them out. Every click on the link is it helps us out. Thank you very much. And I'd also give a special thanks to our viewers for calling in today. Thank you for being a part of our podcast and always listening and liking and subscribing. Thank you so much. All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.